Does anyone know you so well that they can describe you in a single sentence? Over the summer when I was at Craft and Commerce, Mike Pacchione gave some great advice that you should follow when you tell stories. When describing someone, use a single sentence that instantly tells the listener who they are. Here's an example. My dad always told people Joe would argue with Jesus Christ if he came off the cross. You probably think I'm opinionated, to put it nicely. But this one-liner, this single sentence, is such a great thing to take with you and internalize that you should do the same thing with your podcast and podcast episodes. Welcome to Podcast Workflows, where you get daily tips to improve your process, grow your show, and maybe even make some money. Each week, I also do a daily dive into the process of the world's most successful podcasters and reveal their tools, processes, and systems to help you simplify the production of your own show and reclaim hours in your day. You can improve your own podcast production process by seeing how the pros do it. I'm your host, Joe Casabona, and today we're going to talk about how to position your podcast. Now, I've talked about podcast mission statement a lot on this show, on the blog, and basically anywhere people will listen. But there's a framework to your mission statement that's really more of a guiding light for you to help you determine who you're talking to and whether or not to have that guest or have that episode topic. But when you're describing your podcast to someone else, it might feel a little stale to recite your mission statement to them. Nobody wants to hear me say, "Oh, you have a podcast, tell me what it's about." And then I respond with, "Oh, my podcast helps busy solopreneurs with the problem of spending too much time in their business." I've already lost them. That's too many words. But if you have a one-liner that perfectly captures what your show is about, to tell people instantly what your show is about, then you're going to convert more people. I saw this in full effect when I changed the tagline to my podcast and included this copy on the homepage. When describing my show, how I built it, I say you get free coaching calls from successful solopreneurs and creators. Easy. People know what coaching calls are. They know what free is. And they understand the value of getting a free coaching call from a successful solopreneur or creator. At least my audience does. Now they also have a number value probably associated with the episode. And then I can extend that out for specific episodes. So my friend Mike Pacchione, who I mentioned at the top of the show, I had him on how I built it. So I can describe that as you get one coaching session from Mike Pacchione on public speaking. People know that public speaking coaches charge a ton of money, sometimes $1,000 an hour. And so knowing that they're getting a free coaching session from a well-known, well-established public speaker and public speaking coach is high value. For this show, I might say you get bite-sized tips to help you improve your podcast process. Or I might say, this is a podcast that helps you save 12 hours per week producing your podcast. This one-liner is something that, again, will help you really position your podcast for potential listeners. As you figure out the best one-liner for your podcast, keep your show's mission in mind. Because even though the mission statement might not be a single snappy line, it is the thing that is your guiding force and your guiding light. The one-liner can be based on your mission statement, or it can even help you better define your mission statement. If you liked this episode and want more content like it, as well as bonus episodes, a newsletter, my automations database, and monthly workshops, you can become a member of the Podcast Foundry over at podcastworkflows.com/join. Or you can connect with me on just about any social network: X, Threads, Instagram, LinkedIn, even TikTok. I am Jay Casabona on all of those networks. Thanks so much for listening, and until next time, I can't wait to see what you make.